Hello! Welcome back to another episode on MegStories. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on new content. Caught wife cheating, not sure where to go from here. Hey, Daddit, so this is gonna be a bit of a tough one, but I don't really have anyone else to talk to about it, and I feel like just getting my thoughts and feelings out might actually make me feel better. So last night I grabbed my wife's phone cause I needed to use the flashlight, as my phone was on the charger. I've always trusted my wife up to this point, so it's not like I snooped through her phone, although we know each other's passwords and I've never thought twice about my wife going into my phone. I don't know what compelled me to look, but I opened up her FB Messenger app, and found messages she had been sending with some guy she knew from her hometown, before we met. I saw a bunch of hearts and heart eye emojis, and when I looked through the messages my heart broke. She was sending him messages about all the ways she wanted him to fuck her, and how bad she wanted it and how much he turned her on. She also sent him pictures, some of them including our 11-month-old daughter. I went to confront her about it, and she basically broke down and said she was depressed since having the baby, and that this was just a fantasy for her. I read through all the messages, and she mentioned about meeting in our city. I work out of town quite a bit, but says that nothing ever came of it, and she broke it off with him in December. She doesn't have all the messages, but contextually I could tell there were messages on both ends of the conversation I had read. She told me that after she told him she didn't want to do it anymore, he reached out through Instagram, and she told him it was over. I'm having a hard time with where to go from here. Part of me just wants to pack my shit and leave, but the thought of my child being raised with divorced parents tears me up inside, and deep down I still love my wife. I just don't know how we're ever going to get back to a place where I trust her. When I used to look at her, all I saw was the amazing 10 years we'd spent together, and our future together, and now when I see her all I can picture is her getting herself off to pics from some other guy. She keeps telling me how sorry she is, and how much she cares about me, but she's a liar, and a cheater, so how do I ever believe her again? Is this it? Is this how the relationship with the love of my life, and the mother of my child ends? Is it worth trying to repair this? Am I ever going to be able to trust her again? I also don't know who to talk to about this. I found out last night, and I didn't sleep a wink, and I think part of it is that I haven't had anyone to talk to about this. My heart and my head are so torn. My heart still loves her, and wants to try to give her another shot, but my head is trying to protect my heart and get the hell out of here. Every relationship I've ever been in, I've been cheated on. Is there something wrong with me? Am I doing something I don't realize that makes my partner seek out someone else? Is it just dumb luck? Why don't I deserve someone who's as faithful as me? My head is absolutely swimming right now. I keep having these waves of emotion come over me that are causing me to have emotional breakdowns. I feel like I need to talk to someone, but I don't want to talk to any of my friends or family in case we decide to keep trying. So I guess I'm just asking for advice, and maybe a little support. Now for the next story. Caught wife cheating. Just some background. I have been married for 14 years and have 2 kids under the age of 12. There have always been problems in our marriage. We always did our share with both working full-time while raising our 2 kids. Along with that came stresses on our marriage where we couldn't focus on each other as much. It eventually led to sleeping in separate bedrooms and sex occurring 6 or 7 times a year. I take most responsibility for my part in neglecting the marriage and where it is today. We were both always distracted with such busy schedules over the years that neither one of us raised it to crisis levels, saying I can't live this way. Fast forward to 2020 when the COVID lockdown came along and forced everyone to stop and look at themselves and their lives more closely. I noticed my wife acting out more, picking fights with me and treating me like garbage, bringing up every problem we ever had over the past 7 years. I started to get suspicious, so I monitored her closer. I asked if she was having an affair and she said no on more than one occasion. I tracked her and found she was having an affair with someone at work. I confronted her and she was outraged that I was following her. She then said that I drove her to the affair because she felt neglected in our marriage. I can take responsibility for problems in our marriage but will not take responsibility for her stepping out of the marriage and cheating regardless. After the initial shock and talking a couple weeks later, she said that she values our marriage and family and does not want to divorce. She knows she has to end the affair before any chance of reconciling. She said it will take a couple weeks for her to do this in order to reset as she has feelings for this guy. She assures me she wants to end the affair, but I'm not comfortable with that happening as it's like a drug she may not be able to quit. In the meantime, I can't live in this situation. I want to keep the family together and not screw up my young kids, but it's a struggle. I have complete info on the guy she is cheating with. He is married with 3 kids. My question to everyone is, would you contact his spouse and make her aware of the affair? I know it would be hard on her and his family, but I really want to blow up the affair. Would really like to hear unbiased opinions, and even if against me I can take it. Please respond with logical replies. Comment 1. Kids will be worse off remaining in a home like that. You need to do what's best for everyone. Having a home, 2 incomes, and all that is great, but what's the point of it all if no one's happy? You and your kids will be better off moving on. IMO. Do tell as well, it may not be what his wife wants to hear, but she has a right to an informed decision. Those 2 ruined it all by their actions, not you by bringing it into the light. Comment 2. Yes, this. Time to stop the affair? Time to reset? No, she needed to stop the affair immediately. If you let her do this, you have just let her set the boundaries and she is going to walk all over you. It's time to end the marriage as she has broken the trust. Definitely let the other wife know. You would have wanted her to let you know. And lawyer up. Comment 3. Truth spoken, mate. Recently my GF of 5 years had a non-sexual affair with a guy from work. 2 days after I found out, she straight up messaged him and told him she doesn't want it anymore cause her family and her love life is more important to her. She proceeded to block him everywhere and deleted his number. But reading this, man, if she'd actually love you, she would end it right now and tell him directly and not beg so she can take her time. She definitely has feelings for this guy and wants to keep it up a bit. I swear, after a few weeks she'll say she needs some more time, trust me. That's not how it works. Either she proves she loves you and only you, which she doesn't prove at all, or you need to leave. You deserve better. If you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more of it and support the channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications.